Diablo 3 with Shibby on Realm. Today's raffle, one copy of Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, so the new DLC is sponsored by G2A.com. Leave your Twitter handle below in the comments to be entered. Good luck, guys. I'm guessing, like most of you, you played a whole bunch of Diablo 3 when it first came out. And then eventually it just turned into a big grind, you played a little bit of Inferno, and just like, well, you need to get better gear to really progress, and that's pretty much it. You know, it had its problems, Error 37, whatnot. So, like most of you, I took a break. I uninstalled it, just didn't play it, kind of moved on. Recently, yesterday, I installed it. My cousin was like, hey, there's a new Loot 2.0 update. And I'm like, all right, you know what, I'll check it out, why not? I kind of want my dungeon grinding experience again. And honestly, this new 2.0 patch with the loot, it feels like the release of Diablo 4. Blizzard really hit the nail on the head with this update, and it's just so good, and I'll explain why shortly. Basically, a lot of the core problems with Diablo 3 were all from the auction house, both in terms of game gold and the real money variance. The existence of the auction house meant two things would always be true. One, drop rates of truly fantastic items could not be increased because the auction house would then be flooded with the items, which in turn would make them not very great. It's kind of like, well, everyone has one. And two, no matter what you found, there was almost always a better version on the auction house. So it was like, well, why do I want to grind for loot when the better versions are always on the auction house, selling for a ton of gold, and I'll basically never get them. So now, with the auction house shutting down, I believe on March 18th, so coming soon, if I digress for a second, if you do have a ton of gold, or maybe you don't, there are probably some certain strategies that you want to use to either get rid of maybe some good items that will sell for a whole bunch of gold, and then you'll have enough gold to do some serious crafting when the Reaper of Souls update comes out. Now, no one really knows yet, but I'm guessing that some of the really higher level crafting things, or items at level 70, will cost you a ton of gold and a lot of crafting materials. Once again, this is a complete guess. I'm not really sure what Blizzard has in plans for the in-game economy and people that have a bunch of gold, or where the gold sinks will be, because repair costs are quite low, and really it just will come down to crafting. Maybe it'll cost money to enter a certain arena or type of adventure. I don't know. Once again, that's just a guess. So with Loot 2.0, kind of like my favorite part of the whole video, essentially 98% of the items you will find in the dungeons and out in the wild will probably be better than what you logged out with last if you have not played in a while. The reason is the stats are really rolled towards your character, and you're not getting just random, like, say I play Wizard. I have a obviously level 60 Wizard here working on my Paragon levels. I will not be getting, 99% of the time, like a Barbarian item or like a Monk item. Usually it's all tailored to my class, and they're pretty freaking great. For example, I believe I've played about maybe 12 or 15 hours over the weekend. I know quite a bit, but in relative terms of overall gameplay, I think I've found probably 15 legendary, so those are orange or green set items. And when I've played before, maybe 100 hours, maybe like 2. So it really is great to be finding quality items that would have been millions of gold on the auction house that are now just dropping, and they're tailored towards your class. Other changes, I could definitely talk about Paragon now being all combined into one. So if you say you had a Paragon level 100 Barbarian and a 100 Monk, it now just kind of combines, so that would be 200, and you kind of just work on it that way, which is pretty cool. Now there are other updates here and there, but maybe if you guys do enjoy this video, you know, see some support, if there's an audience for it here on Realm, then I can do more Diablo 3 videos, maybe some more game raffles, and maybe get Hundar in here and we'll play some Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, and maybe not do like a walkthrough, but best moments or tips, or if I want to go through my wizard build here, which is sort of like a sleet storm, cold, chill build. And I have modified a little bit here and there, so what you're seeing in the video is completely correct, but it's kind of fun, just kind of modifying and theory crafting and just trying things differently. So right now we're taking out the big fat Gom, or Gom, however people like to say his name. He's quite easy, and if you have enough sustain, that being life on hit, your life regen, and resistances in general, you should be able to sit there and just face tank him, at least with the build that I have, and my cousin as well with his Barbarian, and also his Monk are quite beast. In this video, we are also taking out Asmodan, so the Act 3 boss, comparing two legendaries that I just randomly found, trying to see, do I want that all resist, intelligence, and vitality that was on the one on the right? Or with the Stormcrow, more life on hit, arcane power on critical hit, and all that kind of jazz. So just kind of things to think about when you're coming up with a build and trying to make everything work and up your crit chance rate so you get more arcane power just to kind of sit there and face tank stuff like I'm trying to do. It's really quite fun, and I do like the different styles and balancing and just the items being better in general. And Asmodan, he's like different now where the blood pools aren't really random, they just kind of ooze from the side, so it's really quite not that bad, or quite easy, that's what I was gonna say. Also, I do like the updates with the whole torment levels. It's not so much like, oh, we're gonna play it on Inferno in Act 4. You just kind of adjust the meter and you play what you want to play. You don't have to do like easy, then like normal, then nightmare, then hard, or whatever. You can just start off where you feel comfortable, and your characters can level and they'll be rewarded in terms of gold and XP and possible items for doing that, which is really cool. I believe you can go from 1 to 60 in one playthrough, which before it took about 3.5 playthroughs with the other patch. So anyways guys, my name is Shibby. We're about to take down the Asmodan, no problem. And yeah, let me know if you guys want to see more Diablo 3 on Realm. Once again, I only have a wizard. I'm not really sure what Hundar has class-wise, but I can do some live commentary with my cousin, or just some theory crafting, or just kind of talk about whatever. So I'm open to ideas. As always, my name is Shibby. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys stick around. We'll see you next time. Once again guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Shibby here from Realm. I am not at the office currently. I'm just kind of making the video on my own time for you guys to enjoy. If you want to check out either top 5 fails or random lull, they're either on the left or the right, but check the links in the video description to go to those, because everyone here is a fan of League of Legends for the most part. It's not like, oh my gosh, Diablo 3 League is off the channel. I'm just kind of throwing a video out there because it's, you know, Realm has other games too. Yeah, more variety. So, anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next Realm video, whenever that will be. Later guys.